Howdy everyone. I'm Amit from Mail Smartly. Today in this video, I will walk you through Outlook message options and setting segment. This is a very important segment which every users want to learn. So I am currently using Microsoft 365 and I am on the email segment. I have to first click on the new email which is available on the top left corner of the screen. That will open a separate new window with new email. Here I can very easily create my new email, enter the email address in the to segment. You can even enter the email address of yourself. So I want to add email address of myself that will save me to send an email accidentally to some other person while I creating this video. Now you can also enter the subject. So I enter email options and settings. Now if you will see, there are multiple ribbons and options available upper half section of the window. Now click on options. Now here there are multiple other segments which are under the option. So I will start from the show field. So which is BCC. BCC is technically a blind carbon copy. When you enable it, and you will see an option which is BCC appears. You can very easily enter the email address of your recipient here. The mail you send to all the members available in the to and CC are not aware of the member added in your BCC field. If you want to remove it, you simply have to again click on it and the BCC field is removed. Now the next segment is tracking, which consists of use buttons, request a delivery receipt, request a read receipt, and you will see a small expander here, which is a further open a separate dialog box, which is properties, which consists of settings, securities, voting and tracking options, delivery options, and few other options here. So from the top, we will start from the importance. By default, normal is selected. If you can change the level of importance, you can change it to low to high. I want to keep it normal, so keep it as it is. Now the second option is sensitivity, which is again by default selected as normal. You can click on the drop down and there are three more options, which is personal, private, and confidential. When you select this, that will change the nature of the email and your recipient will get that email with a specific symbol or sign. Now there is an option, do not auto archive this item. By default, this is unchecked. If you want to auto archive this item, you can select it. And if you don't, just leave as it is. Now the second options are voting and tracking options. You can use voting buttons here. When you click on this checkbox, you will see few by default options, which is approve, reject, yes and no, yes, no, maybe. These are by default options provided by Outlook. You can change these options by simply typing manually. Say lunch or dinner. That way you have added your options here. Now the second option is request a delivery receipt for this message. That means when you send this email to your recipient and you want a delivery receipt for this message, you simply have to check this box. That way, when you send this email, you will get a notification in a form of email that your message is delivered successfully. Now the third option is request a read receipt for this message. This means when you select this, again you will get a notification in a form of email that your recipient opened the email and read your message. That is an indication that your message is already delivered and opened by your recipient. There are few initial requirements for both these options for the user. I have already created a detailed video on read receipt and delivery receipt. You can check out on my description section and learn more about it. Now back to my video. Now the third option is delivery options. Now the first option is have replied send to. If you select this option, your by default email address from which you are sending this email will be automatically appears. If you want to change it, you can simply click on this select names, select the email address from here, or you can manually type your email address. Now the second option is do not deliver before. This is a very interesting option in Microsoft Outlook, which is also known as delay delivery. I have already created a detailed video on delay delivery. You can check out the link on my description section. So the main function of this, you can very easily delay your delivery. Currently, when you create an email message and you simply hit send button, the mail will automatically send within few seconds to your recipient. And when you use this option, that will allow you to hold the message until your date and time arrived. So simply you have to enter the date as well as the time. And that way, when you click send button, the mail will be landed in the outbox. And as soon as the time and date arrives, the mail automatically sent to your recipient and the mail will be removed from the outbox and will be landed in the send items. Now the next option is save copy to send messages. By default, every email you will send will be saved in your send messages. If you don't want to save this email, you have to uncheck this option. Now simply hit close and all your options you have opt are lined up with the message. Now there is more options here. You can check out the first one, which is save send items to. When you click on this, you have three options. First is other folder. Second is use default folder, which is already selected, and do not save. That means when you send this email, that email message will be saved in your send items, which is the default folder. And if you want to change the folder, you can very easily select the other folder and the select folder dialog box appears, which consists of all the email addresses along with all the folders. You can select the folder here and simply hit OK. You can also create a new folder for this message if you want to, and again click on OK. Now, if you have changed the settings, that means the mail will not be available on the default folder. That will be saved on the folder you have changed here. Now the second option is delay delivery. When you click here, again we have already talked about it. This option do not deliver before is a delay delivery option. You can very easily change the time and date here and simply hit close. Now the third option is direct reply to. When you click on it, again we have already talked about it. The mail you send to your recipient, and if he want to reply you, the replied mail automatically received in the same email address you have sent. But in case you want to change the email address, you can very easily click on select name and the saved email addresses from your address book will be visible, and you can change the email address from here also. Or you can use manual option, simply remove it and type the email address you want to receive the replied email. These are few options you can use while you create a new email message. Not only that, if you want to forward or reply to a specific email, you can also use this option tab along with all the features available in the options section. You can change your settings very easily. You can change the outcome very easily. And this section help you to send the email to your recipient, and you will get the feedback according to your requirement. I hope you have learned something new from this video. Please like and subscribe this YouTube channel. And please don't forget to click on the bell icon so you will never miss out any Outlook tips and problem solvers videos I come up with. Thank you and have a nice day.